experience during semester in the city has involved a lot more anime than I would like to admit. That sentence alone already reveals more about me than I anticipated. However, that's what TED Talks are, vulnerability. Generally, that category of cinema typically involves people that are described as nerds or geeks. However, this genre has sprouted an interesting connection between my roommates and I. Before I continue, I'll introduce myself first. My name is Kaela Bonin. I'm a sophomore at Wheaton College, and I am currently interning at Mass Poetry. My roommates are Ella, Emery, and Kaela. I've been in classes that have encouraged teamwork and connection. My roommates and I would rather spend our time yapping, conversing about our lives, stories, and backgrounds, how everything connects through emotional impact, and how we move forward. How is anime tied into these values? Well, I've noticed a common theme: self-reflection. Characters are constantly reflecting on their past, environment, and themselves, whether this is played throughout flashbacks or mid-battle pauses. It is something I have focused more on within my time here. The anime that will influence this talk in particular is called One Piece. Has anyone heard of it? For those unfamiliar, the show follows the adventures of Luffy wanting to be king of the pirates as he searches for the legendary treasure known as the One Piece, building his crew along the way. The most famous aspect of this show is its duration, 1,155 episodes, each 20 minutes long, with the show running over 26 years. Outside perspective, that fact is chaotic, but this show was recommended by Kaela, an enthusiastic proposal that Ella, Emery, and I all took into little consideration. Most people would have considered the same mindset, thinking this show is too long to even start, or I couldn't possibly commit to this. I personally gained an interest within the show due to a shocking comparison within seeing Kaela watch the live action. I figured since the anime was more visually pleasing, it would be a better introduction to the story than cosplayers pretending to be actors. Apologies for the hot take. However, the growth that I've noticed between my roommates is something I would never consider to be self-reflective, especially in the aspect of watching anime. To break down these changes, I will relay in one word what each of my roommates has gained from this experience. Kaela, expertise; Emery, commentary; and Ella, collections. In hindsight to how I have grown from these connections, I have found that I have adopted each of my roommates' quirks when it comes to my interactions with One Piece. Kaela and I act as the recappers whenever somebody steps out, catching everyone up and trading theories on how we binge each story arc. As an anime veteran who has finished One Piece in both manga and show form, Kaela often rewatches with us, sharing her excitement while carefully avoiding spoilers to preserve the magic. Ella and I have recently started trading cards, showing off our newfound favorite characters. She has spent over $100 chasing packs and collaborations, and opening them up has become our way of cheering each other up and sparking new conversations about the show. Emery and I fangirl over characters' tenacity and honor, loudly complaining about the chaotic pacing while gasping during cliffhangers and frantically clicking next episode. Our sarcastic commentary usually ends in a room full of laughter. You might have noticed that each of my roommates connected during this experience in different ways. Our trails intertwined and revealed new versions of ourselves. What started as one recommendation gave life to an experience that would have been far less entertaining if introduced to a single mindset. Becoming more intimate as each of us brought our own interests and perspectives. I encourage you all to take this away from my talk. Recommendations are not just suggestions, but doors to new opportunities that most people take for granted. Please open that door and see what you can discover within yourself. Those opportunities are what make the most memorable experiences, and trust me, they're worth it. Thank you.